So the construction for your shoulder seam of the cowl drape, it's a little more advanced, but it's not too hard. We're basically sandwiching one side of the shoulder into the other shoulder. And we're able to do this because the cowl has that built-in facing. It has two layers to it. So we're going to use that as the dominant side, and we're going to feed the corresponding shoulder in between those two layers to cleanly finish it off. So start with your cowl panel and go ahead and hand baste your pleats into place on both sides. Just get it out of the way. Start with it faced up, your panel, and your facing unfolded and flat like this. Take your corresponding panel and fold back the facing like you see, so opposite as the first panel, and line up your shoulder seams. Everything should match up perfectly. You should have a notch there corresponding with one of the pleats. The end of your shoulder should be right on point with the other, and vice versa, the inside point where they meet, closer to the neck. Pin down, and you're stitching this good to good, so the good side of both panels are touching, and stitch at a 1/2 inch. So when we flip it right side out, we see what it's going to look like, but we're not finished quite yet. So take the facing of the cowl panel that's still unfolded and clip diagonally into that corner so it allows you to fold it back more easily. And you're just going to bring it over to cover that raw edge that you just created with that stitch. So fold back your 1/2 inch seam allowance on that facing and line it right up with your sew line, the stitch that you just made. You shouldn't be pulling it extra or taking any more seam allowance away. You can slip stitch it by hand to finish it off. It's a really clean way, a smart way to finish off the inside and outside of your garment.